Hey folks, it's Craig Lawson here, working with Precision Self-Protection, PSP, and I'll be looking at the legal side of things, working as that sort of legal advisor capacity. My background is working within the police and being a police self-defence instructor. So what we're looking at is making sure that you're using force in the right way. UK law says you're allowed to use force to defend yourself, to defend another, to defend property. So we can use it, and what we want to make sure is that you're doing it in the correct way. You're remaining within the confines of the law. So we've got the soft skills being taught, which is great to hopefully keep you out of any violent confrontations. We're teaching the hard skills, so if you do get in a fight or a violent incident, you can hopefully get through it safely and defend yourself. And now looking at the legal side of things to make sure that when you use force, you're actually doing it in the right way and you know how to justify your own actions. So that's where I'm coming from. So what we're going to look at today is a little model that I like to use to help you justify your use of force. And just give a little bit of a taster of the things that will be coming up on sort of future seminars to help you all out. So what I look at is always have a plan B and be able to justify it. Okay, so it works on a mnemonic. So the plan part of it, P, proportionate, is the use of force that you used proportionate to what you wanted to achieve or what you needed to achieve. Okay, that has to be proportionate to the threat. So what we say is, did you use the minimum force necessary to achieve your desired outcome within law? Okay, did you use the minimum force to negate the threat of force against you? So for an example, if someone's threatening towards you and you restrain them, you can physically restrain someone and that threat goes away, that is a proportionate use of force. If then you decide to hit them because you think you need to try and finish the incident off and make sure that they don't try anything else, that's not proportionate. The threat's gone, but you've taken it one step too far. So that's not proportionate, and that's the wrong thing to be doing. So you need to make sure that you don't use a sledgehammer to crack a walnut. Basically, it's that simple. Use the minimum force necessary to achieve your desired outcome within the law. Very simple. So L is legal. And are the actions that you are carrying out legal? We know within law we can defend ourselves, and we know we can justify what we're doing. And again, it's something that reoccurring words, justifying things, proportionate. So it's legal. Honest held belief that you were in fear of being assaulted. Honest held belief that you were going to be involved in a violent confrontation. You were scared. You were fearful for your safety. If you're ticking those boxes, then legally you can defend yourself. Just don't go around carrying a big knife in your pocket or knuckle duster or offensive weapons just in case you get assaulted, because then you're working outside of the confines of the law. So that's the legal side of things. So A, accountable. You are accountable for any use of force that you use. Simple as that. It doesn't matter what you learn on a seminar, or what I tell you, what anyone else tells you. If it comes down to it, you have to answer questions about what you've done. You are answering the questions, not me. So make sure that if you do use force, you understand what you've done, why you've done it, and the reasoning behind it. Again, justifying what you've done, because you are ultimately accountable for any force that you've used. Okay. Last one, N, plan, necessary. Was the force you used necessary? Could you have done something else to end that confrontation other than using force? And again, we look at it like a graded response. Did you need to hit someone? Could you physically restrain them? Could you have actually avoided them? Could you have used communication models to bring that person down rather than going in and getting involved in a violent confrontation and hurting someone? Again, if you've got an honest held belief that you're in danger and you are in a threat situation, then yes, you can use force, but make sure that when you do it, it's necessary. We talk about the graded response. We've got to be on the level 0, and when you need to use force, we can go to a force level of 10. Once the threat's negated, you come back to 0 again. You have to, and then you can say, yes, it was necessary, but once I'd finished the incident, I came back to 0 again. It was proportionate, it was legal, and it was necessary. and you can justify what you did. So it is very simple, but people can overcomplicate it. So that's part of it. Plan B. So the B, did you make the best decision that you could make at that point in time with the information that you had to hand? Because if you ever get spoken to by the police, or if you ever go to the courts and you're trying to justify use of force, they've had hours, weeks, months to dissect that incident. You've got seconds. Okay, there's a massive difference. In the cold light of day, it's always easy to doubt yourself. If you've ever been involved in a violent incident or a fight or any kind of conflict, it's very easy the following day to think, oh, I should have done something different. Maybe I could have done this. Should I have done that? At the end of the day, you did what you did at that time because of what you honestly believed was happening. And again, that reoccurring thing, the honest held belief was that you were in significant threat. There was a significant danger. You were scared. You carried out actions to defend yourself. It was the best decision that you could have made at that time. And that is it. It's as simple as that. Plan B, proportionate, legal, you're accountable. Was it necessary? Was it the best decision that you could make at the time? And always be able to justify it. Thanks for listening, folks, and we'll get some more videos coming soon. Cheerio.